All right, guys. So, this will be my last Black Series thoughts and review. Well, until we get some new Black Series figures. Um, but as all of you know who have been following and hanging out with me and subscribing and all that awesome stuff, Surgery Day is 2 days away. So the channel is going to be quiet for a little while. So I do have Lego build number 2 video to go up, and this video for Star Wars The Black Series archive wave number 2. And you can probably guess who it is. So hold on, guys, and we'll get into the review. Hey everybody, Papa Gord here, and yeah, Archive Wave 2, Star Wars The Black Series. We've looked at Anakin, we've looked at side-by-side comparison of Yoda. I haven't gone ahead to pick up another Biker Scout. I do have the Biker Scout with the speeder bike. I may pick up another just to have him kind of hanging out beside the speeder bike. I don't know, but I'm not in any rush. But of course, that leaves one, and that would be Maul, Darth Maul. One of the very first Star Wars The Black Series figures to be released, and was released at a time when I wasn't collecting Black Series at all. So this Wave 2 for me was an absolute joy. Because I mean, I just recently picked up the original Yoda, but to pick up the updated paint and what have you, the Anakin figure for the most part is good. I think it's some crappy paint apps on my Sith face, but the Maul I was really looking forward to, and I think for the most part, I really love him, and here he is right here, right there, and I am already having a hard time thinking of display with him, because I dig the Sith robes going on in a whole bit. So you know, thank you. You kind of gave us a robe, since you don't like to give us robes for our Jedi. But we sort of get one. I mean, yeah, it's rubber. It's very soft, so it's good. I totally dig that. I'm not sure. I do like the look of this, but I feel there's just so much more to Maul underneath his hood to get to see all of his horns and everything, that I don't know if I would buy a second one so I could have one looking this way and one with the extra head. But we're kind of jumping the gun. But we're going to have to get to the extra head just for some of the mobility things, because they're, you know, you only get so much range with having this piece on. So, I mean, first and foremost, the head is glued into the top of the hood. So you're not really going to get any, and if you get some turning, the rubber for the most part is going to kind of force it back straight. And again, I'm not complaining about that. This isn't a new mold. It is what it is. I think Maul to me is going to suffer the way the Anakin figure suffered in my eyes. That we've seen what Hasbro can do with better molding with the Mace Windu figure, and with the Padawan Obi-Wan, with sticking the butterfly joints in and having more of the layered look of the Jedi robes in the whole bit. And Maul kind of falls into that category as well. You know, what they could have done with a slight update, had they not decided to do this whole archive thing. But, so yeah, we're going to pop his head off, and we'll just look at, I guess, Darth Maul head ghost or whatever. I was joking around saying that you could use it for the Stone Keeper if you were looking to fill that role in your MCU shelf. with a little bit of, I guess, customizing or what have you. So we'll just look at Headless Maul. So yeah, so that's what you get. You know, you do have a couple of slits in here for his arms to come out. It doesn't look bad. I mean, they've done a nice job with all the molding to get all like the wrinkles and what have you in there. You know, the face. It's Maul's face. I won't dock it for that at all. So I mean, this is okay. I don't mind this. I guess we got to give him another head. Now you do pay the price a little bit putting the head on, because his horns really give you a nice jab. And again, same thing. I dig the head. Like, to sit there and look at all the little details of the painting on his face are awesome. Like, you know, I don't have, again, no complaints on the paint on the face. I think he looks great. Don't have original, so I can't do a comparison. I honestly, guys, let me know down in the comments if you've got both. Can you really tell much of a difference? And again, what could have been? I mean, we do remember the lightsaber battle between Maul and Anakin and Qui-Gon, and Ray Park is no slouch at all. He's got some moves on him and the whole bit. I just wish the figure could kind of recreate his movements just a little bit better. I mean, he's a shorter guy, and you can kind of, you know, work his hands together to, you know, get that two-handed pose on the lightsaber, because his handle is longer because it is a two-piecer. But you know, just a couple little butterfly joints in there would have been great. You know, the rubber is very soft and pliable again for more of the skirt piece. There is some fabric pieces involved as well for kind of a layered look, which again, pretty good. You know, he gets pretty decent range. I mean, he's got really baggy pants, right? So for the double joints on the knees, again, I think they're fine. He is all black, so you really need to look fairly hard to try to pick up all the subtle little details, but you can kind of see some buckles going on his belt here. I mean, there's not really much, like here, me being a pervert lifting his dress up in the front. But not really a whole lot of details underneath there. But you know, it's got wrinkles, and he's got, you know, he totally beats the Anakin figure with waist articulation and range, because he can hula hoop if he had to, without a doubt. So honestly, it's just, if it would have had butterfly, but I see what they're going for. They want to get these figures out to the people who never got them in the first place, or was late to collecting the Black Series. So I do get it, but yeah, it's so hard to decide. I have been keeping him with the cloak version, just kind of holding his lightsaber kind of down, fully lit. But we'll look at his accessories. So he does come with his little Sith binoculars, which again, for the most part, I mean, there is lots of little paint details. There's some red, there's some gold, there's some black, you know, some little buttons and what have you. And it, you know what, it's good. It's fine. It's, you know, you can get him just well, I suppose he needs to hold it, you know, kind of get him in a pose that he's just kind of like, I think I saw some Jedi down there, or whatever have you. Like, you know, it works, and I don't think I'll ever have him holding holding these, but it's something better than nothing. And then of course his double-bladed lightsaber. I do need to do a little bit of heat to it, but it's great. It's awesome. It's looks like it should. He's got all of his little. I mean, you can see there. You can see the. There. That's probably the best way to do it on the gradual uppy. So it does need a little bit of work, but that doesn't take away from the detail. So he's got all his little red buttons going on there. Yeah, it looks like it should. Man, I don't know if I've actually even tried to. I don't think I'm going to try to remove the blades out of this, because my luck, I'm going to end up snapping something, and then I'll probably cry, and nobody wants to see that. But yeah, no, they're good. The peg kind of makes you have to get it. So I mean, mind you, you could just line it up with all the buttons on the one side there, but having the peg there, I think is a nice touch. And same thing, like he holds it quite well, and because it's such a big lightsaber hilt, like you can, yeah, it's just a question of kind of, again, getting him in a good pose or what have you. And if he had butterfly joints, it would be even better to pose him. But he does pose pretty well. I mean, he's got not bad, and he's a short guy, right? So he's got great front. He's virtually got no back at all, and he's got okay spread. So you can get him in a few little Ray Park poses. But yeah, he's a great figure. I'm super happy that they decided to finally release or re-release, I guess, him. I just was never willing to pay I guess the premium price that I guess people were kind of demanding for him. Oh, okay, there we go. We got it out. I'm okay with that. And the one of the lightsaber hilts does have a small hole to peg into his belt, and actually that stays in pretty okay. Yeah, and it's just the one. So it's, I don't know, almost runs up into his armpit a little bit. So again, nothing. I'm not gonna have that on him. Either I'm gonna have him holding the one part after Obi-Wan, cuts it in two, and he loses half, and he's still able to have half of a lightsaber. But yeah, I'll never, you don't see him taking two together, going, oh yeah, you only got that. Look at me, and going like. Again, it's basically supposed to be one long hilt, so you can either have one out and you can have both out. So it definitely gives you some options, that's for sure. And yeah, that's gonna do it for Maul. Like I said, he's solid. He's a really great figure. I just think if they would have updated him a smidge, he would be like even better. But I would say between Darth Maul or Anakin, if I had to pick between the two, Maul would definitely win out. The Anakin figure's good, but Maul, I think, hands down, is so much better. Agree, disagree, hey, that's what the comment section's there for. But again, let me know down in the comments. Can you tell any difference between original right here that I don't have and update, which is right here? Is it just more of a better paint? But but I can't see how they could have really improved much more on this figure. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for myself for a little while. Fear not, I will be back. Better than ever. So thanks for all the well wishes and everything else like that leading up into surgery. I got it, no problems, guys. I'll keep you updated. So if you follow me on Instagram at AudioBeing, I'll probably have a few pics of me all hospital gowned up. But I'll keep you guys in the loop of how things are going. So as always, comment, share, like, subscribe. That stuff always helps out when you interact with the channel. Shows that you're interested enough to have me keep doing this. And that's gonna do it for a little while. A little vacation for myself, and I'll definitely be back. Hopefully with some more Star Wars stuff. Obi-Wan, General Clone Obi-Wan is dropping. People are starting to find him, so I may be able to squeeze him out pretty soon. And you never know what else. So there's always a surprise or two. And as always, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Have a good one. Hey.